So the West Indies is a pretty interesting mission. It's in the southeastern part of the Caribbean, like as southeast as you can get. And there are 12 different countries in the mission, and 9 of them are islands. So Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana are countries on the southeast of the the northeast edge of the South American continent. And then some of the islands there's Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada, Barbados, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, St. Martin, Martinique, Guadeloupe, and some of them are French-speaking. Guadeloupe and Martinique are French-speaking, and so is French Guiana. Suriname is Dutch-speaking, and then the rest are English-speaking. And so something that's kind of interesting about the mission is that there's never one time when all of the West Indies missionaries are together. The closest we ever get to that is zone conferences, when a couple of different islands will combine. So there were missionaries who served in Guyana or French Guiana or Suriname who I never met, because if they weren't at a mission leadership council, or if they didn't come and serve on an island that I served on, we just never crossed paths, because we weren't, it's sort of like we were in the same language. And if you aren't in the same language, you're never going to see each other, really. And so that's kind of interesting. The culture in the mission is pretty much the same all around, though, so that's good, even though it's different countries and different islands. And of course, each island has their own thing. Barbados is a lot different than like Grenada or Trinidad. But yeah, when the mission's splitting, of course, it'll be the Trinidad Port of Spain mission and the Barbados Bridgetown mission. And the Barbados Bridgetown mission will cover more of the islands. And it'll also take some islands off of the Venezuelan coast that weren't in the mission before. And then Trinidad will keep Trinidad itself, and then like Guyana, Suriname, I think French Guiana too. French Guiana might be in the Bridgetown mission though, so kind of split like that. So the nearest temple is the Santo Domingo Temple in the Dominican Republic. So if you've got the West Indies over here, the Dominican Republic is kind of like up here, closer to Cuba and Florida, whereas really on a map, the West Indies is way out east of it, right? And so technically, there's a temple in Venezuela and a temple in Brazil that are closer to like Trinidad or Guyana, but we're in the district for the Santo Domingo Temple.